We are burning daylight. What's up, guys? Welcome to round 2. This is round 2, but you didn't know about round 1 because round 1 I came out here. It didn't go so well. So you guys will never see that one. There's also always one random fly around my head, apparently. So we're out here today because I have been testing out this guy. That is the Moment Combo Alex Strohl bag. Well, I guess it's Alex's bag, but he made it in partnership with Moment. And there are some interesting things about it. So right off the bat, real quick, this is not a paid review. This is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. They didn't even ask me to do a video about it. But I have thoughts on it, and I wanted to share those thoughts with you guys because if you follow my channel, you know how much I love bags. But I don't want to talk too long because Camera Lady does not have a tripod, and we are hiking up that, which is highly steep. So we're gonna get going, and I'm gonna talk to you on the way and show you and tell you how this thing is doing, what it's good for, what it's bad for, and what it's really awesome for. Let's go. Okay, this is it. This is the spot. This is as far as we're gonna make it today. So I said round 2. What I meant by that was we're in a place called Spring Canyon, which is in very, very southwest New Mexico. And as you can tell, probably, hopefully, I don't know if it comes through on video or not, it's very steep. So we've done a little over half a mile, and we've done over 700 feet of elevation gain. Sorry, I'm looking over here because there's rustling, and I'm in wildlife mode. That's why we came up here. We came up here looking for ibex. Actually, there are ibex in these hills, and I would really like to photograph them. So we're scouting. I have not seen any. I've seen tracks, but there's some sort of ground creature over there. Anyways, now that, first things first, now that the sun has gone down and it's almost December in the desert, temperature change is ridiculous. So here is Camera Lady's fleece, and here is my fleece, my flannel, I guess. Okay, that's better. All right, so let me preface this with, well, I already mentioned the whole not sponsored bit, but let me preface this with, this bag is not my main bag. It will not become my main bag, and this bag is not targeted for someone like me. So if you follow my channel, then obviously you know what kind of stuff I do. If you don't, then we'll go over that. So Alex, if you don't know Alex, he is an amazing, amazing photographer, very cool guy, and he designed this bag completely out of his head and did everything with Moment. And Alex is a much different type of photographer than I am. He's like an ultralight photographer, is a one body, couple small lenses, and day pack or overnight backpacking, long hikes, that kind of stuff. More like adventure photography, landscape photography. And I do those things, but I do them with like this kind of stuff because I also do wildlife. I do a lot of wildlife. And because of all of that, I have too much gear for how this bag was designed. So let me just, first off, let me just say that this bag is designed to be the lightest bag possible. And I can tell you the main reason why I've kept the bag at all is because of that feature. Like, it is so incredibly light. Like, it's just amazing for the fact that this is a 45-liter bag. I mean, that's a big bag, you know, but it does not look big. It does not feel big, and it does not weigh very much. I think it comes in right at a kilo, which is 2.2 pounds. So it's incredibly light. So if you take nothing else away from this, I don't know what other people are saying about this bag. I haven't seen any other reviews, but if you take nothing else away from this bag, take away the fact that it is stupid light. Like, you're not gonna find anything this size in the photography world that's this light. And that alone may make it worth it to you, as it has for me. But there are some problems for me, and I will point out again that I know full well that this bag is not made for my style of shooting. But I'm gonna point them out anyways, in case, you know, just to help you understand what I'm talking about, what I'm going through. So the first thing about this bag is that there are no pockets. Like, there are no pockets on the inside. There are no pockets on the outside except for this, which is, you know, for a jacket or whatever you want to stuff in there. And there's the side pouches, which are good for water and tripods. So that's fine. What's up, guys? Future Brent here. I just finished, well, I finished editing the video that I'm shooting right now that you guys are watching, and I totally forgot about this thing. So I'm gonna throw that in here real quick. I mentioned that this doesn't have a lot of pockets, or like any pockets, but it does it comes with this thing. This is its little hat. So the reason why I didn't have it on there is because it has the same style clips as this thing that went down this. It has one of those clips, and they're not secure. So it's easy to slide on just like that. And as I say, easy. Okay. There, now we have that. So that's its little hat. And then instead of the roll top, now you just hook it to this thing. And its little hat is on. I don't like the little hat. That's why I didn't put it on. But it does have big pockets, so when you have extra things like your lume cubes and your beanies and some random Moment lenses, or I don't know, tripod head, I have a bunch of random stuff in here. All the stuff that I mentioned that, you know, was in here, the ibuprofens and the snacks and the extra mics, and so it's look, that already came off. See what I'm talking about? So I don't know how you'll feel about that, but that's how I feel about it. So it also adds a little more weight. Not really, it's not significant. So there's that. And that was all that past me forgot, and that's all that future me is here for. So back to your regularly scheduled program. So this is the back. You can see that the whole panel, it's very, very comfortable. I'll say that right off the bat. Super comfortable, again, in partly because it's so light. This, though, is the main, this is the only camera slot that you have. And I'm really struggling with being able to call this a photography bag. I don't think it is. As much as I love Alex and his photography and his design and thought, I don't think this is a full-on photography bag, because I just can't. It's not happening. So, I mean, I would love to at least be able to fit, I can fit, so I'm filming with the R6 and the 16 to 35. I can fit that in here, no problem, with it on and nothing else. That's it. I can't fit, I can fit maybe my 16 pancake and my 35 mil, a couple of just real, those are tiny, tiny lenses. If you wanted to take your camera apart and put the caps on everything, you could easily fit a camera body and 3 lenses like my RF 70 to 200 f4, which is super tiny, the 16 to 35, pancake 24 to 70, whatever, something like that. You could fit more, but as a photographer, I don't really want, like, given what I'm normally doing outside, I don't want to take my cameras apart. You know, I don't want to have caps on and lenses, you know, and bodies turned off and everything packed. But I can understand why, you know, maybe if you just need to hike and just get where you're going, you're not going to be photographing until you set up camp and all of that stuff, then maybe that's your jam. Anyways, this is the tiniest thing here, and I want to, so remember what I said about no pockets? Thank God that Moment makes these little pouches. My pouch has I brought my cat with me apparently. I just have this little pouch that in my Shimoda, I have places for all of these things. Like I've got an extra microphone in here. I've got some ibuprofen, which I'll be needing very shortly. I've got a battery pack, you know, just little things, little loom cube, just all these little things that would have a place in like a top pouch or something. They have no place in this bag. And you just have to toss everything in this giant pouch here. And a beanie. All right, that's it. So there's 4 tabs. They're little Velcro tabs. This is what you get. This is the one and only pad camera unit thingy, internal compartment. That's it. And it's very rigid, very tough, so it can handle, I've already squished it. That's, I think, from me squishing it with something. I don't know what. But there's no cover on here either, so that's kind of a bummer. I don't know if you can buy a separate sleeve to go with that, but there's no cover. There's this one pad right here, and that's where I've got some extra batteries and an extra microphone or an extra receiver bit for one of these. So thank goodness this is here. That really helps for the tiny little things like the batteries, the SD cards, whatever. But there is not much in the way of just compartmentalizing in this thing at all. There is a little bit here on the waist strap. There's one. There's some clippy bits here. Alex designed a camera thingy to go here. I'll show you. To put your camera on instead of what I did, I put the Peak Design backpack clippy thing. I like the Peak Design because it has a standard Arca Swiss and it's very small, very light, and I can put that on any of my tripods and any of my gimbal heads, and I can just buy a bunch of them and switch them all around and all of that, and never take them off all of my cameras, you know, and they just clip in there and hang on. But this one is not placed right. So they did not design it for this. And what I really want to do is take this off actually. So they have these little strappy bits here on the strap for like water bottle or GPS or whatever. It would have to be a very small water bottle, like a 16 ounce or less or something. But I don't care about that at all. I would rather have my Peak Design on there. So what I'm going to do real quick is just put this on. All right, so I just got this on. I just want to see. That feels better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. All right, well, that's one problem fixed. Even though this just wasn't made for that. So I put it, it looks like it's way farther down there on the strap, and it kind of was. But it's just, I had to go over this thingy, and that's just gonna have to be how it is. The straps, again, in fashion of this bag, are super light. They're super thin. I was a little worried about them at first, thinking that they might be a little uncomfortable because they are padded, but they're not padded very much at all. But that's, again, that's a compromise for the weight savings, and I haven't had a problem. So I've used this bag quite a few times already, and I've had more gear in it than I've brought today. I've loaded it down a little bit more and had it a little heavier, and the bag can handle a heavy load. It can, well, heavy by some definition. For this bag, you know, I probably wouldn't put more than 20 to 25 pounds, which actually for, you know, a 2 to 3 day hike is really light. And that's, I don't know how it'll hold up over time, you know, with the stitchings that they have here, and just how light the fabric is and everything. I will say though, that all of this outside fabric, all of this stuff is actually water resistant. So it's water treated, and it can handle getting sprayed. It can handle the rain, all of that kind of stuff. If you're gonna be hiking in the rain for a while, I would definitely still advise throwing over a rain cover. But if you get caught in it, you know, don't stress. This stuff is water sealed, water treated. The back, however, is not. So that's kind of a bummer, in that this padding and the zipper, the one zipper on this bag that's for the main compartment of the camera, that zipper is not only very flimsy and tiny and sticky, it's not sealed at all. So if you get a lot of water, you know, or whatever, there's potential for some issues. I've had a little bit, it's not too bad, but I have a little bit of issues sometimes with it getting stuck. Like I said, it's just a real light zipper, again, in keeping theme with the bag. You know, you want to stay light. These are the kind of things that you have to think about. Another weird thing that took me a minute to get used to on this bag is, so it's a roll top and it's got the cinchy bits. You can just do all that, but there are no clips on this bag. The only clip is this thing here, and it just slides in like that. So it will come off, and it has come off on me. And if you pick it up wrong, or I mean, it can slide off pretty easily. So it's fast if you need to get into your bag fast. Maybe, I don't know. Jury's still out on this. For me personally, it's something I've never seen on a bag, and it's something I'm not used to, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. I do like the front pouch though, right here, for being able to throw extra stuff in. As you saw, you know, with me hiking, Brittany's not carrying a bag today. She's just filming, being super light. So I have 2 water bottles, which are taking up my tripod spot. So it's nice being able to throw a tripod in here as well. I like the fact that it's got the clippy bits here so that you can tie a sleeping bag or your pad, or, you know, whatever on the outside there. Oh, that's another thing. If you don't have the camera pad in here, this bottom, there's no rigid support, so it won't stand. It won't stand by itself, and it's not going to stand right now because I'm on an inclined rock. But yeah, if you take that camera pad out, you're going to lose a lot of the rigidity that the only rigidity that the bag has, that and this tiny little A-frame in here. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up because we need to get out of here because the sun's going down, and I don't want to be up here at night in Mountain Kitty territory. I know it kind of sounds like I've bashed the bag a little bit, and I think they're more harsh criticisms, but they're also harsh criticisms. Like I said, this bag is not made for me. Clearly, I have different needs as a photographer than this bag, but for the times that I do need it, like this out here, and doing these little excursions where I want the most comfort and the least weight possible, there is nothing better than this bag. And I've tried a lot of bags, from both photography and non-photography bags, and I think this is a great in between. I still am hesitant to call it a photography bag. I also don't know how I personally would feel traveling with this bag, like, you know, on an airplane and overseas and stuff. Maybe I would throw this bag in my suitcase, you know, and then pull it out when I need it and have a different day travel bag, because it's really I just don't think it's set up for that kind of thing. There's no spot for laptops. There's just, you know, no compartmentalizing pockets, you know, none of that. But just for, you know, get this bag if you're a person who does this kind of stuff a lot. You know, you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're in the mountains, you're doing day hikes, you're doing overnighters, you want light, fast, semi-rugged. This is your jam. I think it'll be absolutely amazing for that. And I think this would be, in my case, this is going to be a great supplement, a great addition to my everyday bag, which is my Shimoda Explore V2. This is a great combo, because there are some times when that bag is just maybe a little too heavy, like like the last time I came up here. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up. We need to get hiking. I'll have the link down below if you want to check out this bag and more of the details on the Moment website. Just keep in mind, like, if you have, you know, stuff like this, like little extra carry cases, it doesn't matter who makes them, but these are great for compartmentalizing. These ones that I have a few different sizes from Moment. I have a couple from Shimoda. I have a couple from Tenba. I mean, it doesn't matter, but they are great additions to a bag like this because of the nature of it, you know, being able to throw everything in there. Oh, there is also a bladder spot for hydration. If you're a bladder kind of hiker, yep, that's it. So tea time, dinner time, get out of, let's get the hell out of here. Movie quote, do it. All right. Questions down below. I will see you in the next episode. If you made it this far, super thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, because that's the best thing you can do for my channel. All that, and check out my new preset pack that I just made. So that's it. Hey, look, a hat. It's almost hat time. It's still a little warm. Almost. It's coming back. All right. Let's do this. Whoa.